At first, it looked like a glitch, a brief anomaly inside a secure military network. One access log, slightly out of place. One username that didn't belong. No alarms sounded. No systems shut down, because no one believed what they were seeing. The breach didn't come from a rival nation or a foreign intelligence service. It came from a teenager, and it started from a bedroom. The teen lived an ordinary life, a quiet neighborhood, a normal school schedule, no criminal history, no powerful connections. What he had instead was time, long nights, and an internet connection that never slept. Like many teenagers, he spent hours online. Forums, message boards, open source code repositories. He wasn't looking for trouble. He was looking for understanding, how systems worked, how networks talked to each other, and more importantly, how they failed. He learned slowly, methodically, not from textbooks, but from curiosity, from reading how breaches happened, from dissecting mistakes others had already made. And eventually, he noticed something strange. Military networks are often imagined as sealed fortresses, air-gapped, impenetrable, untouchable. In reality, they are layered ecosystems, public-facing portals, internal systems, contractor access points, third-party services. Every layer adds convenience, and every layer adds risk. The weak point wasn't a weapons system. It wasn't classified intelligence. It was a contractor portal, designed for maintenance and logistics, rarely updated, and quietly exposed to the open internet. The teen didn't force his way inside. He didn't deploy malware. He didn't attack the system. He observed it. He noticed error messages that revealed too much, responses that behaved differently than they should, a system that trusted user input without properly checking it. To most people, it looked like nothing. To him, it looked like a door that wasn't fully closed. He tested it carefully, one request at a time, watching how the system responded. Then, unexpectedly, it did. What appeared on his screen wasn't dramatic. No red warnings, no classified labels, just access. Internal directories, usernames, maintenance schedules, fragments of internal communication. Nothing explosive, but enough to prove a single fact. He was inside a military system. At that moment, most intrusions end. The person leaves, satisfied they could get in. He didn't. He slowed down. Every action now mattered. Every click increased the risk of detection. Every second left a trace. He explored quietly, avoiding anything that looked sensitive, trying to understand how far the access went. What he didn't realize was that the system had already noticed him. Deep inside a military cyber unit, analysts were reviewing traffic logs, not because of an alarm, but because something felt off. The activity wasn't aggressive. It wasn't destructive. It didn't match known attack patterns. It looked hesitant, uneven, almost cautious. That made it stand out. They traced the session backward, through contractor infrastructure, across network boundaries. Slowly, the signal narrowed. It didn't lead to a foreign server, or a known hacking group, or a hostile nation. It led to a residential internet connection, a house. The response was quiet. No public alert, no shutdown, just coordination. Law enforcement, cyber specialists, legal teams. They waited until they were sure. Then, late one night, they arrived. No flashing lights, no shouting, just a knock at the door. Inside, the teen was awake, still online. He didn't deny it, didn't try to hide anything. He cooperated fully. He showed them the portal, the flaw, the exact steps he took. Investigators weren't shocked by his skill. They were shocked by how simple the vulnerability was. The case never made headlines. Details were sealed. The teen was charged quietly. The military patched the system, audited others like it. Closed doors they hadn't realized were open, and the story faded from public view. But the implications didn't, because this wasn't a story about a criminal mastermind or a foreign adversary. It was a story about oversight, about complexity, about how massive systems fail in small human ways, and how sometimes the person who finds the flaw isn't an enemy at all, just a teenager who was curious enough to look.